Non-Toff William and Great Scott are both series champions, William having won Series 5 and Scott Series 4. In my original list for the top 50 competitors in Total Wipeout history, I decided to put William in the first position and Scott in the second place. I am willing to reconsider that decision, which is what this video will be about. To compare these two competitors, there will be 3 categories: speed, skill, and multiplayer round performance, which I'll just call rounds. Each competitor will be rated out of 100 in each category, and then the total will be their score. Let's begin the comparison. The speed category is about how fast each competitor was. This doesn't only mean their time on the courses, but how quickly they recovered after fails and their pace throughout the obstacles. This category will focus on 2 rounds, the qualifier and the wipeout zone. William got a time of 1 minute 2 seconds on Series 5 Episode 7, the shortest anyone took to complete a qualifying course, excluding celebrities. However, this is even more impressive than it seemed at first. His first obstacle was the doorstep challenge, which is what I call a B obstacle. This means that he had to slide down a ramp, make a right turn, and go down a runway in order to reach the first obstacle. An A obstacle means that the obstacle is directly in front of the starting platform. This is a disadvantage because it takes significantly longer to get to a B obstacle than it does for an A obstacle. Despite the extra challenge, William was able to put up an unbelievable run with an amazing pace. I'm going to give this run a 100 because he kept up an unbelievable pace throughout the entire run, not slowing down at all. Scott got a time of 1 minute 45 in Series 4 Episode 8's qualifier, impressively getting the fastest time of the episode despite the stiff competition. Scott faced one disadvantage on the course, being that the first obstacle, Las Traplancas, was a B obstacle, just like Williams. Despite this, he was able to keep up a great pace throughout the obstacles. He failed the latter 3 of the 4 obstacles on the course, but recovered pretty quickly and kept up his fast pace throughout the whole run. I'll give this run a 75 out of 100 because it wasn't one of the fastest runs of all time, but it was still very great. William got a time of 1 minute 47 seconds on the Series 5 wipeout zone. He only failed the turntables and recovered with decent speed, but it wasn't his top performance. I'll give this one a 58 out of 100 in the speed category because there were other competitors who cleared and failed the exact same obstacles as William on the Series 5 wipeout zone, but they got faster times than him. Scott got a time of 1 minute 17 seconds on his first run of the wipeout zone, keeping up a great pace through the course and clearing every single obstacle. One disadvantage is that he had the Tarzan swing, so he had to spend his time undoing the rope, which took more time than it would for William's turntables. I'll give this one an 80 out of 100 because other people have done perfect runs on this course and went even faster, but it's still very respectable. William returned for the finale and got a time in the qualifier that was twice as much of his original one, 2 minutes 4 seconds. This time, the course was considerably harder, and he was only able to clear the sucker punch. He was at many disadvantages, as he had to go on the blob and had an aforementioned B course, both aspects making his time longer than it would have been. He still kept up a good pace through the course, so I'll give this run a 70 out of 100 because there were people who even cleared less obstacles on this course and went even faster. Scott got a record-breaking time of 1 minute 4 seconds on this course, keeping up an amazing pace throughout the course and only failing the sucker punch. On top of all this, he ran through the course with the disadvantage of having the dangleberries that take around 20 seconds longer than some obstacles like the Krails of Doom, for example. I'll give this one a 100 out of 100 because despite the one failed obstacle, Scott went incredibly fast through the course. William got an amazing time of 58 seconds on his wipeout zone run, the fastest time of the series. He was very fast through the obstacles and cleared every single one. I'll give this one a 98 out of 100 because the turntables in Series 5 take a little bit less time to go through than the Tarzan swing from Series 3 and 4, which Scott faced and got the exact same time. Scott got another record-breaking time of 58 seconds on the wipeout zone, clearing every single obstacle with amazing speed. He even had to spend time on doing the rope for the Tarzan swing, which costed him additional time that could have been shaved off. I'll give this run a 100 because, again, he kept up a ridiculous pace going through the course. William's scores of 100, 58, 70, and 98 come to an average of 81.5. Scott's scores of 75, 80, 100, and 100 average out to be 88.75. I'll round William's score to 83 and Scott's to 89 for simplicity. This means that Scott wins the speed category by 6 points, so let's see if William can make up the points in the next 2 categories. The skill category will focus on the same 2 rounds as the previous category, the qualifier and the wipeout zone. Now we will look at which obstacles each competitor crossed, and then provide a score based on this. In William's Total Wipeout career, he has crossed the doorstep challenge, the sucker punch, the bigger balls, the shapeshifter, the rapid climb, the seesaw of truth, the crazy sweeper, the sucker punch again, the rapid climb again, the seesaw of truth again, the crazy sweeper again, and the turntables again. Obstacles that he failed include the turntables on his first attempt, the flap trap, and the shapeshifter. In my opinion, This is the most impressive skill resume that any competitor in the show's history has, clearing 13 out of 16 obstacles he faced. I'll give William a 100 out of 100 in this category. Scott cleared the Laster Plancas, the Rapid Climb, the Seesaw of Truth, the Crazy Sweeper, the Tarzan Swing and Turntable, the Rig in the Face, the Big Red Balls, the Dangleberries, the Rapid Climb again, the Seesaw of Truth again, the Crazy Sweeper again, and the Tarzan Swing and Turntable again. He has failed the Sucker Punch, the Big Red Balls, the Swing Lotus of Show, and the Sucker Punch again. This is also a very impressive resume, clearing 12 out of 16 obstacles that he faced, but is just short of Williams because Scott cleared were a little bit easier on average. I'll give Scott a 94 out of 100 in this category. William received a 100 in this category, while Scott has received a 94. This means that William won this category by 6 points. Let's move on to the final category, rounds. The final category will focus on rounds 2 and 3. The better their placements were in these rounds, the higher their scores will be. William got 4th place on the double cross in his debut episode, which was surprising since he got a record in the qualifier just before. He then came back to dominance by getting 1st place in the Tiger round, beating out the other 5 competitors. In the Champion Special, William again got 4th in double cross. What's more impressive, however, is that he repeated his performance in the Tiger round and beat the other 5 finalists, even Leah the Leader, who was a previous winner of the event. I'll give William a 95 out of 100 because he was able to beat out many skilled competitors in multiple occasions, but he wasn't always able to get 1st place as he struggled in the second rounds. Scott got 2nd in his debut Crash Mountain after Rob Roy. He then got 2nd and 3rd in both rounds of Dizzy Dummies. This was a respectable performance, but what was more impressive were his results in the Champion Special. He was able to get 2nd in Crash Mountain again, this time with a lot tougher competition. He then got 3rd place in both rounds of Dizzy Dummies, very narrowly eliminating one of the greatest competitors ever, Wiggly Wiggly Andy. He was able to outperform many competitors and make it to the Wipeout Zone twice, so I'll give Scott a 90 out of 100 because he never got 1st place in the 2nd or 3rd round. William got a score of 95 in the rounds category, while Scott got a score of 90. Now I will reveal the average of all 3 scores. William's scores of 83, 100, and 95 average out to be 92.67 points. Scott's scores of 89, 94, and 90 average out to be 91 points. This means that William wins the comparison by 1.67 points. Comment down below who you think is better, or if you believe one of them is the greatest competitor of all time.